Loving ourselves feels different. It's empowering yet calming. It's an opportunity to give ourselves something we haven't experienced in the past. Once you begin to love yourself, you realize you've been what you needed all along. And your biggest investment in yourself is to love yourself. You see, it's the most fundamental relationship we have, the one with ourselves. Just as pain is a fundamental part of our life. Everyone knows pain, not today, not yesterday, but since centuries. So then how do we experience love with all this pain and suffering around us? How can we love when everything around us feels difficult? And what does loving ourselves really feel like? Everyone deserves love and happiness, no exceptions. It's something anyone can find as long as they're open to it without judging. Judging comes from seeing relationships as unequal. When you view relationships as equal, you see yourself as a partner and appreciate yourself just like you would a friend or a colleague. But when you judge yourself as unequal, you seek praise, meaning you're seeking judgment from others about being good. When we stop seeking validation from others and find gratitude within ourselves, that's true freedom, and I want you to experience it. Imagine for a moment a world where every individual embraced themselves with the same kindness, compassion, and unwavering love that they extend to others. Now, I'm no preacher and I don't intend on being one, especially in a time when the word self-love has become somewhat of a buzzword. So excuse me from that, but I want to be your support when you need it the most. And I want to share a love myself practice I use often and hopefully you can benefit from too. So try it with me today. Come on, sit with me on this. Let's give ourselves a moment of love and experience it in its entirety. Find a comfortable chair or place to sit, somewhere quiet where you feel at ease, and slowly breathe in and breathe out. Do it until your breathing slows down and you feel calmer and calmer. At this time, take your hand and press it softly against your chest. If you prefer, you can bring both your hands to your chest and let the warmth of your palm feel against your chest. You may sometimes feel your heartbeat in the palm of your hands. You sometimes won't. And that's alright. We will take a few more breaths in this position before we get to the practice. As you continue to breathe in, breathe out with your hands placed softly on your chest, your shoulders, your heart, start to think of your younger self, the little person inside of you who once felt weak, disappointed, confused, sad, rejected, or even unfulfilled. Hug yourself if you want to, but feel that emotion of love for that younger you. Think of how you would hold and show love to that younger self, whether it is through words of affirmation, of loving them wholly and unconditionally. How you would care for your younger self. Express that intention and say it out loud or in your mind. It does not matter. All that matters is that you let that emotion of love flow through your body for yourself. When you do this, you'll feel love filling up your chest, your belly, your legs and arms, and sometimes, and just sometimes, your emotions will flow too. It is okay, those feelings you've kept inside for a long time to surface. Don't stop them, just let them out. As you release your long-held emotions of fear, sadness, or contempt, start to come back to your current self. You of yesterday, of today, and maybe even tomorrow. Picture in your mind how you would feel today if someone loved you the same way you showed love to your younger self. Say it out loud if you want to. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. Love grows with giving. The more you give love to yourself, the more it manifests within you. But it is not easy, especially when you're not used to loving yourself. When things feel good, our fear creeps back in. It is fundamental way our minds work. Our critter brain is only scared for us and is willing to protect us, even from our own happiness. This is why I want you to practice loving yourself often. If it takes 10 days to practice to get to that 1 minute of focused loving yourself loop, then do it. I did not say it will be easy, but I did promise it will come to you if you just stick to it. This one practice you do today may not always be close by when you need it, and you may not always remember to use it. It's not going to work like magic, like most things don't. The more you go through difficult times, the love you have for yourself will be tested. But do you have a love deep enough to take you through these trying times? In moments of despair and unhappiness, do you look towards love or anger? Do you beat yourself up if things don't go your way? What language and what words do you use for yourself when you speak to others? Self-love will initially feel like a radical act of rebellion. You see, the last thing our minds want to do is say yes. We always say no to our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs. It is okay. Let go. Say yes. You see, I can tell you every minute of every day that you deserve love, but until you believe it, it will not do anything for you. So begin by stop comparing yourself to fit the narrow definition of success and beauty you have defined for yourself. Self-love starts with compassion and authenticity. Loving yourself isn't about being arrogant or being vain. It's about recognizing our inherent worthiness, embracing and even celebrating it. This would mean setting boundaries that honor our needs and saying no to anything that compromises our values or diminishes our respect. And commit to yourself. You cannot change your mindset, your habits, or behaviors through a single practice session. So practice mindful self-love often and consistently. Embrace the magnificent being that you are with all your strengths and vulnerabilities. Dare to love yourself fiercely and unapologetically. For in doing so, you not only honor your own worth, but inspire others to do the same. If you enjoyed this video, check out my Super 11 techniques in this video and I will see you again.